live on Spreaker.com, and it's today. Let's talk. The king. Yes, that means people are just people need something. Oh, actually, like, what's it? Welcome, baby. That was don't count it. No, it's not. Oh my, all right, but I got because I fished out and I'm into the gym. I might even get on there. Call some game of dark, but that's good. I'm Daddy. Okay, Pink Dream Boyfriend's worse. I'm on. I won. The bike. Ball head news. Tell you. No. Oh, see before now. Oh, it's like. So we're going to make it time this, okay? So it's already it's all in. What's the next? So pick a bullet. Sorry. It's like one day. Put it. Do what I do. Roll it down back. And now I'm smart. Baby, like this right now. Break. My closing friend. Force you. Oh. Okay. Yeah, the glass. Oh, that guy. That what? Oh, this kid. I. We just sent one on that we could talk with for the show. I was one quick like while the actually. That was like think the things already walk Prince on making over. So that but this chin title. So yeah, I'll give you a quick look this week. It's gonna be facts. Oh, that's good. Roll. We're gonna use it. Okay, we've never always gonna be. Like some just today the first. Tell you he love listen to them speak down. How do you like it? Shout out to the gym. I do like hello and them shows like she's like getting me just with like no. We have class on Saturday. I got as how everybody unfortunate. So I'm pretty close and when that be effort so it's has to be me something and reads this culture it just becomes friend. And we always have to cut how so like circle couple of going like that show they all I got this and was pie food spit it over the it's just watching right so this we're risky. I think how does it is it me I might be she opening and you like to be able to ice it like him. I care. Does it I'm cautious it's around 4 weeks where we come that get off in sector and so out of shelter and leaving the me us so the guys I did it all and one few words so that it say when says nigga should fall Brady Paul so this black so I just put the same with being so we had a class we didn't want to I should cut down your mistakes alright the touch of the also to fight switch connect right into it we can yeah right well in this model so it was I see they had it why not did you for yes, especially well, rather than things but I want to leave it that's what I thought this was. Well, I recall this. Yeah. Then that came like and Lacey went on the road to that for him. So he should get in the road to be on the map. And I played on I think Charlotte and I also saw this now can't I around that fucking words for every amount over other and just pay me lead a and while we're later. That's correct. It's gonna be very cool to see was taking big I mean I thing with all you just said. I don't believe it's we're gonna have to hold on. Okay, so I right the dark you know, you don't know my letters don't really Oh yeah. I think 3 weeks ago he like people a lot more time, and that's I stuff who almost big dude. Yeah, I to him he actors big as he got one like this. Dude is
almost not big living on there.
Yeah, nice. Really.
He's my friend for the
You know.
Yeah, he's acting sad.
Oh, is it also fair? Look. Oh, the BD from me stuff with Lockley. I said it went right. Oh, it was the graduate with Riskin and graduate all the get off the whole of them. Okay. Bro, I'm because that taking the surprise I go if I don't shut my eye or I don't get through. This fiction lucky because oh man, again. He's like this that he who is Warren Johnson athletic.
Yeah, Chloe Twin. It's on his back and to a surprise and she made me say like, oh shit, and then he stole it from me by 10 minutes right for his give here after but feeling like normally taking shit with him they had been after again. But crazy and then cut to and front he showed to the rest of them matter out together for night. Yeah, actually just I backed up started paying and they would get commercial.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, 10 last for this one. So we're gonna show rock and just make that nation. I'm not ready.
On
yeah, that's we longer. That's how kind of ass. So again, for zeros. Bro. Oh man, the boss for the shit.
Yeah, it has squats. There's the effect with weeks on it. Yeah, you can imagine that.
What was he with one over? Shopping big killer. Another rusty cues. Which I asked. We continue on and I accidentally we're still because they meeting 6 in 2 seconds. Yeah. I just shit fan there.
Yeah, but there's no way to make my I think some like her husband pretty much act. But all things are winter.
So
not that matter.
X-Men was let you take your like list from platform.
Yeah, so I didn't enjoy that. There's still illegal. Is that there? Your first I'm as I can't get a big one. Which the like the hair goes and it's a center. If you say something really fucked up.
Yeah.
So a big like starting and roll around on seeing pretty shocks and fighting their own age.
Yeah, I must have helped them sadly.
Yeah, take a while.
Yeah, it was the again.
Yeah, no one in place. They I try or and for level.
Wait, hold up. Mark meter predict.
Oh no, yeah, I'm trying to maybe the one on all with better seven types of easy spending and
I don't know sure.
Interesting book, never and you see having to say something because just did work.
Real
modern team,
okay.
Not with
what go in.
All
right, well, that's a little bit what's what the kid has been shot is talk to and we think on good we had that time still us we're in the fence there we go that not big. Okay, we're sliding by your back too so I can swim make them but right, yeah. Okay. So I just right now have to jump in the script. What the hell? Take your meeting from basic to pro. Wait a minute. Alright, no. Alright, the meeting just got shut down. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna have to send a link to Thili and we're gonna figure this out. Hold on, let me call him on Facebook. Yeah.
Oh, one sec here.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, weird.
Okay, so trying to there we go. Got the microphone clipped to the phone case. still on Spreaker.com. So where did we leave off? We left off at. We were just going into SmackDown.
Starting SmackDown.
Yeah.
Either.
All right. So let me go back to this. Open this up. Wow, they revealed WrestleMania sites up to 2023.
Yes. Yeah, they did. Doing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Stadium that was supposed to be last year's. Last year's. Kevin Owens can jump off that pirate ship he wanted to, which sounds fun to me. And then I can't remember where next year is, but the year after is Hollywood again.
Okay. Let me see if I can get you a little bit more audio. Because I can hear you, but not as well as I like to. Nope, I don't have it down here, so we're just going to have to deal with it the way it is. All right, so.
Yep.
So we got. We got the first thing happening, which was Shinsuke Nakamura defeated Jay Uso.
Yes, this is an awesome match. Good to see Shinsuke as a face again. It's been a while that he's been heel, pretty much since he turned in the match with AJ at WrestleMania. And this is really fun. He hit Uso with a Kinshasa and got to hear Graves serene Kinshasa like he always would have faced Shinsuke. And that was great. Mm-hmm. This is just an awesome way to start off the show and to make Shinsuke a legit competitor again.
Yes, sir. We have Natty got the win versus Liv Morgan.
Yeah. So the best thing about this one to me was Billie Kay now trying to become a member of the Riot Squad, trying to prove to Liz and Ruby that she's punk.
Okay.
So she's coming out in a plaid skirt and fishnets, but it very much looks like Hot Topic punk rather than actual punk. And she's trying to use punk terms and talk about mosh pits, but she calls it mosh pit, mosh pish. And I tried to play that off as, no, I didn't say it wrong, that's just what it's called in Australia. Then when she tried to tell the ref he was not doing his job, she ended up accidentally costing our girl, Liv Morgan, the match. So there's definitely some tension going to start up, something's going to happen. I really like her with the Red Squad, I like her being a little cheerleader, but we'll see how this works. I'd like to see Billie on screen again, having something to do.
Okay. Yeah. She's trying to make something for herself. Give me a second. Let me try something.
Mm-hmm.
Check. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yo.
You can't hear me?
Yes.
You should be able to hear me. You can hear me. Okay. Check.
I can hear you.
All right, excellent. And the meters are still going on Spreaker.com, so I just fixed this thing right here. I got this sound going. All right, cool. Just wanted to make sure I had what I needed to have going on proper. So,
Word.
We're going on to the next one, which is King Corbin defeating Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, so obviously King Corbin has for a while now been trying to fuck with Rey and Dominic. So Dominic went on commentary during the match with Rey and Corbin. It was, it was what it was. They're not going to have they don't have the best in-ring chemistry, I would say. Sometimes Corbin is a little more of a stiff worker, more rigid, rather than the smooth movements that Rey uses. But it was, Dominic tried to get involved, and that kind of screwed up Rey, and then Corbin hit at an end of days, which is still one of the best looking finishers in the WWE. End of days and the Deep Six look fantastic. They're just great.
All right. And it can't come out of nowhere. It can be very sudden.
Yeah, that's what I like about it. Most is how immediate it can be. He can be about to take somebody's finisher, and no matter what that finisher is, almost he can hit a Deep Six or a End of Days of it.
I think one of the only finishers he couldn't use that with is the RKO. And even then...
Yeah. Even then, he could probably turn that into a deep six.
Yeah. Yeah, he turned the RKO into a deep six for true. All right, so... Yeah, and then... I don't know if it's us, or if we have a part of this, or if I'm just gassed, but they seem to be making a lot more internal shows now. Like Ding Dong Hello premiered with special guest Bianca Belair, the EST of the WWE.
Yeah, this is an annoying show within the show. I mean, once again, I will praise how good of a heel Bayley is, because God damn it, do I hate heel Bayley. She's just, every time, I was just praying the whole time, waiting for Bianca Belair to pounce on her and beat the shit out of her. She's kind of doing like a mix between a children's show and Ellen DeGeneres-ish shit. And yeah, it was very strange. When Bianca first got into the ring, she tried to just walk over to the chair. Then of course, Bayley insisted that she ring the doorbell and walk through the door so she could say her catchphrase, which now, ding dong, hello.
What's so little energy into it?
That is what it is, dude. It is. There is no joy coming from it. Like, it is awful.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're right.
But it's supposed to be. Like, I'm not criticizing that. It's supposed to be awful because we are supposed to hate Bayley.
Yep. And she's doing a damn good job. Like I said,
Goddamn good job.
Like, I've all but forgotten her previous persona.
I know, right? Yeah, I never think of the Hugger anymore.
Yeah.
They've, thank God, stopped calling her in the write-up.
Yeah, they finally did that. Now they're calling are they still calling her the role model?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, because she got the Know Your Role Model shirt. Side note, I had the People's Champ Dablock shirt before anybody changed what the hell The Rock had going on his shirts and shit. Side note.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. Continue.
Yep.
We got, this is probably one of the best matches they've put on since the year started, and if not in the last calendar year. Cesaro versus Daniel Bryan ended with a victory for Swiss Cyborg.
Yeah, this is a fucking great match. As you would expect, it's just two ring technicians, masters of their craft, going at it, doing their thing. Lots of impact, lots of really good, like, catch-as-catch can, hold-to-hold style, transitional wrestling, just fantastic stuff. And anybody who loves the in-ring stuff more than everything else should definitely watch this match over and over again. It's amazing shit. Great run. He got countered, threw him up in the air, and did the crazy the European uppercut from him falling into it, which looks fantastic every single time. So yeah, this was really, really good shit. And Cesaro is, they're definitely teasing a lot of tension between Cesaro and Shinsuke, so I think we're going to get a good feud between those two for a bit.
Right on.
Yeah.
Now, this picture kind of confused here because it says Apollo Crews defeated Sami Zayn.
Yeah. See, this is racism. Clearly, they're saying that all black people look alike, and they mixed up Sami Zayn with fellow African American Biggie. This is just.
Oh jeez. Oh man, that's got to be it. That has to be what happened. Yes, I don't know why I didn't see it myself. Our ginger-haired friend, you know what I mean, from similar lineage. He's just maybe it was the pec. It was probably the pec site that they confused him with.
Yeah, sure it was.
Has to be. Has to be.
Yeah. No. So I mean, I think it just became a thing where actually I'm just trying to remember. Yeah, so it is strange that they put this in here, because this didn't happen. This is a video from SmackDown from January 8th. If you hold over the thing, it says Big E versus Paul Crews in their Continental Championship match.
Oh, okay.
So that's just, showing the beginning of their feud that they're about to jump into, I guess. But yeah, the Apollo Crews versus Sami Zayn, and at ringside, which this is what should be in the thumbnail. Big E sat at commentary, but on his own big long white couch, where he fed himself berries.
Pause. Wait a minute.
What?
What color was his couch?
White.
Why? I got a white couch. I kid you not. It's a butt. Was it leather?
I don't know.
I'm just drawing parallels, fam. I will have my WWE moment. Anyways.
You know what? You are the only person I've ever seen with a white couch. But so yeah, Big E sat there, like looking like hedonism bot from Futurama, just feeding himself berries. Literally feeding himself berries out of a mini fridge that he also had next to him, which was goddamn hilarious. At one point, Michael Cole asked Big E if he believed any of Sami Zayn's conspiracy theories about the Intercontinental title, and Big E goes, "Oh, don't mention conspiracy theories, Michael." He's like, "We're living in crazy times right now." He's like, we're trying to keep positive here. This is hilarious. And you could totally tell was, again, not scripted in the least, and he just decided to bring up and joke about, which is very, very good. I love Big E, very happy that he is the IC champ, and I hope he holds on to that belt for a long fucking time.
Yeah, man, he needs to break
no
the
offense
title.
to Apollo Crews.
He needs to title reign, the title run.
Yeah.
Sure.
No offense to Apollo Crews, but I hope Big E destroys him at the Royal Rumble.
Yo, I'm looking at it like this, and I was debating on what title I was gonna get next. If he won the Intercontinental, I'm just like,
Do what?
I was looking at what title I was gonna get next, and I'm just like, looking at that one,
yeah.
just like,
I love that belt.
That belt is fucking glorious, bro.
Belt. Yeah, it's so good.
At first we started talking about it, I'm like, what are you talking about? Because I hadn't been able to watch it. And then I watched it one time, and I'm looking, I actually got to take it in when you showed me the picture. I was just like, yo, this is remarkable.
Yeah, it's one of the best looking belts that they have active right now. For fucking sure.
Yep. And the WWE has a payment plan where you can pay it down for it, pay for it for equal installments.
Yep.
So
that's dope. I will definitely be getting one.
I'm looking at it. I'm just like, I don't see why not. But I just got a new sound card, so I can't right now. But as soon as that motherfucker's paid off, I have one less reason not to.
Yep, exactly. I feel you completely on that.
It's like, the only other thing I gotta say for is the WWE 2K21.
Yes.
Yeah, because we're gonna. I think.
I don't know if we're gonna get a 2K21. I think it's gonna be 2K22 at the earliest.
2K22 at the earliest?
Well, because it's usually in 2020, 2K21 would have come out.
You're right.
So the fact that we're in 21, it'll be a 2K22. But also, I don't know if we're gonna I don't know if they're gonna continue that series in that way, because it was kind of fighting downhill. I think they've been looking at other development stuff.
Okay.
So we'll see. Yeah. From what I heard, there's something going on that will.
What do you think gonna happen?
I just think I think they're gonna do a complete overhaul of the engine, the combat systems. Like, I think they're gonna change it a lot. I think it's going to be something that's more polished, and allows for hopefully more creativity throughout.
Okay.
Maybe like a product campaign too. But yeah, I think it's gonna be in a similar thing in the sense that it'll be like it'll be a wrestling game that takes place in the arenas, have all these things in the entrances and creative entrance modes and stuff like that. But I think it's just going to be it has to be a lot more polished, because the last few entries have gotten horrific reviews.
So, do you think there is a previous title that they could remaster that would revive the series?
SmackDown versus Raw.
Y'all listen to the man. Y'all listen to the man. He knows what he's talking about. He's been watching y'all for a time.
SmackDown versus Raw is definitely one that people love most. Or that people ask to come back more. So, I think with better camera angles, different, stuff that changed throughout it, maybe a little bit more arcadey, less stimmy. But yeah, I think it's gonna be
What if they had
one of those things where they have to do it.
What if they had an arcade mode and a story mode?
I mean, yeah, that'd be amazing.
You listening? I hope so. We tag y'all every week, and it's been like 100 and some odd weeks now. You listen to the Tough Talks with Thili and Black. Anything going on in the UFC?
Well, we didn't.
Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, you're right. The last one. Adam Pearce named our boy Kevin Owens his replacement to challenge Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble.
Yep. So they've been teasing all night that Roman was setting up all these different stipulation changes and then forcing Adam Pearce to sign. And then the last one they came up with. Now people don't know Adam Pearce used to be a wrestler, like an in-ring talent, but he got injured and is not in ring shape anymore. So they played on that by making it seem like Roman Reigns is going to try to, completely end his ability to be mobile and set up the last man standing match. Finally, Adam Pearce went out to the ring and signed it in front of Roman. Roman Reigns signed it, and Adam said, "I've been waiting for you to do that all night." Confusing Roman and Paul, obviously, because they waiting for him to sign it. Adam walks out and starts walking up the ramp, and all of a sudden starts limping. He goes, "Oh man, it's just damnedest thing. One of those injuries. You know how it is. Those injuries that just pop up at the worst possible time." And don't worry, he's like, this contract, if I can't make it, this contract is just like every other WWE contract. And it says at the bottom, card subject to change. So I, as a executive, will have to make a replacement who is suitable. And I think we have that in Kevin Owens music. And now we are getting an actual match at the Royal Rumble, which is Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns in a last man standing match. It's going to be a, pardon the pun, but fucking dogfight.
Of all the times to use it, this would have been the most appropriate.
Yeah, this is going to be great. Like, this match is, it's hard because, let's all be honest here. One of the things that, as wrestling fans, we look forward to every single year is the Royal Rumble match.
Yep.
It's always exciting. It's always exciting. There's turns, there's surprises, there's trying to see if somebody's gonna knock the most people out in a single year again type shit. Like, all of this cool shit happens at the Royal Rumble. But I'm gonna be honest, this match might be the thing I'm most excited for about the Royal Rumble this year. Because heel Roman versus face Kevin Owens in a last man standing in the fucking Thunderdome sounds incredible.
Especially since, let's face it, Kevin's gone off of second, third story everything's.
Yep, and creates giant labyrinths of chairs that are fucking 18 feet tall.
What is he gonna make this time, bro?
Like, oh my god, I pray they're gonna, and they already said in this episode that it's gonna be the main event of the Royal Rumble. So this is gonna be the last thing.
It's gonna be epic.
Yeah, I think they've got a big plan for it, and I think Kevin's not gonna let it go without having a big plan for it.
Yep.
And my hope is that he's also going to, that whoever wins the Royal Rumble goes after, goes after Drew, so that Kevin can go after Roman for a WrestleMania main event, which would also probably be incredible, because once again, that big pirate ship's going to be there, and Kevin Owens will jump the fuck off of it.
Unfortunately, it's going to be Goldberg, and someone's going to take the title from him, but it's okay. They only bring it back.
Kevin Owens versus Goldberg, and this time Kevin Owens steals the title from Goldberg.
Okay.
And his fucking run. I mean, I'd love his run.
That's great. That's great. All right, so that's the latest up to now. Tune in to Raw tonight. It's Monday, January the 18th or some shit like that? 16th?
18th.
Yeah, I got the day right the first time. I got to stop underestimating myself. So Monday, January the 18th And this is your edition of Tough Talks with Thili and Dablock. What else you got going on in the world of combat sports?
Yeah, so I mean, the biggest thing, there's a first UFC event of the year happened on Saturday. It was the first time that MMA ever has been broadcast on ABC, which has been on different network television, but ABC is special for combat sports fans because that's where boxing used to be. Like, that's what the place you used to go to watch boxing was ABC. Muhammad Ali knocked out Joe Frazier on ABC. They started showing fights in the 50s on ABC for free every week. And they haven't had any sort of combat sports on ABC since July of 2000. So, 21 years later, the UFC gets to open up combat sports to ABC again. And they couldn't have picked a better main event because, to be honest, the only thing worth talking about, there are some great fights, there was some great knockout stuff on the card, but the only thing worth talking about, as proven by MMA Twitter the following day, was Max Holloway defeating Calvin Kattar in the main event by putting on potentially the greatest performance in UFC history, one of the greatest performances in combat sports history. This guy went, for fans of Dragon Ball Super who will understand this reference, this guy went Ultra Instinct. He was just dodging effortlessly. He was throwing more strikes than anything. In fact, let me give you a list. That's right, a list of the records that Max Holloway broke on Saturday night in just this fight.
He said the list, ladies and gentlemen.
The list of records. Holloway landed 445 significant strikes over 5 5-minute rounds, which is the new single fight UFC record for significant strikes. The previous record was 290.
Whew.
He did 445. He also threw 744 significant strikes attempts, which is also a single fight record for the most strikes thrown in a UFC fight. Holloway also landed 447 total strikes, so only 2 of the strikes he landed were not significant, which just means they weren't insanely heavy. Which is another single fight record. The previous high was 361. 746 attempted strikes total, another single fight UFC record. In round 4, Max Holloway landed 141 significant strikes in that 5-minute round alone, which is the single round record for most significant strikes landed.
Y'all take us in? That's like, what, 5 records so far?
Yeah, there's more. Holloway landed 100 or more significant strikes in 12 separate UFC fights now, the most in company history. No other fighter has been 8 performances with over 100 strikes landed. So second place is still 4 fights of 100 strikes per fight more behind him. Holloway has landed 2,618 significant strikes in UFC competition, which is the most significant strike landed by a single fighter in company history. Holloway has landed 2,805 total strikes. So let that sink again. Once again, out of 2,805, 2,618 of those strikes are significant strikes that cause damage.
Damn.
So he has the most total strikes thrown.
He is a precision tactician.
Yes. Holloway is now also the only fighter in UFC history to complete 24 in-octagon appearances without suffering a single knockdown.
Ooh.
He's never been knocked down in 24 fights in the UFC. And this is a guy who's fought Jose Aldo twice, Brian Ortega for 5 rounds, Alexander Volkanovski for a total of 10 rounds, Dustin Poirier for 5 rounds, a weight class up, Conor McGregor for, I think, 5 rounds as well. I think they went to a decision. Just insane. Holloway's 8 fight night bonuses for UFC featherweight bouts, now tied with Cub Swanson and Chan Sung Jung for most in division history. So, that is an insane set of that's enough records for somebody for their whole career, let alone to beat in one night. And beyond that, at one point, I urge everybody to look this fight up, especially at least the fifth round. Near the end of the fifth round, Max started talking to the commentary table during the fight. He heard DC say that the ref needs to start thinking about stopping this, and Max looked at DC, pointed at him, and said, "One love," and then punched Kate again in the face. Then, while still talking to the commentators, he then, without looking at Calvin, dodged a 5-punch combo, making Cater miss all 5 punches in a row, while screaming at the commentary table, "I'm the best boxer in UFC."
Wow.
That is neck level shit. Nobody does that. Nobody does that. And if you look that up and you see that clip, you will be completely shocked. It is unbelievable. And then, besides that, this Saturday, the 23rd, we have Conor McGregor making his hopefully triumphant return against Dustin Poirier. At 155 pounds, the winner is likely to move on to a lightweight title fight, either against Khabib Nurmagomedov or somebody else if Khabib decides to stay retired.
I was gonna say, didn't he retire?
He did, and now he's being a maybe. He said that if he's impressed by any of the lightweights on Saturday's card, that he will come back for one more fight, and if not, he is going to vacate the title.
Okay.
Very strange. It's a very strange scenario. I don't like it, but we'll see. We'll see where it goes. I do believe Conor is going to start Dustin on Saturday. I think that he's just going to. He looked too focused, too fit, too sharp, too quick, and I think he's going to knock him in the first round. But we'll see if that's enough for Khabib to say he wants to fight Conor again. I don't know if he wants to go through the build-up to another fight with Conor. It's a bad blood that they have.
Saying it might end his winning streak.
Well, I mean, it definitely could. Conor has done better against Khabib than anybody else in the history of Khabib's career has ever done against Khabib. The only round that Khabib has ever lost in his entire career on the judges' scorecard is to Conor, and is in the third round, which is scary considering usually Conor is most effective during his first and second round. And the Conor that competed with him in the first fight was not training properly, not it really. He wasn't treating his training correctly because he was too pissed off and just wanted to beat the shit out of Khabib. So we'll see. I think Conor does at the very least better in their second fight if it comes to. I think he has a very good chance of beating him. But like I said, I don't think that Khabib will come back to that. I don't think it's because he's scared to fight Conor. I think it's more of a thing if he doesn't want to go through the build-up of the press conferences and the insults getting thrown around like they were in that
insults
first,
and chairs
build-up.
and all that other shit.
Yeah, that first build-up was really, really intense. I mean, Conor threw a dolly through a window that Khabib was on before their fight schedule because Khabib and his boys cornered Artem Lobov in the hotel lobby, slapped him, and sent a message to Conor. So Conor literally jumped on a plane the next day, flew to New York, and fucking attacked a bus.
Yeah, don't fuck with Bull unless you want the horns, bro.
I have said, did he go overboard? Yes. But is he also the best friend anybody's ever had? Yes.
Yeah, for true.
You want that man on your side. You want that man on your side. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want him on the other team.
Exactly. Ooh, well, I said that we'll talk about them, so we might as well mention them. AEW, NJPW,
Mentioned.
ROH. Give me a second. Actually, I gotta call you back, bro. Oh man, I love when I say, yeah, man, I have this window of time to speak, and people are like, oh, okay, I'm gonna call you outside of that window to get you to answer. mean, though?
I'm just pulling up. Yeah, people are. I'm just pulling up the Wrestle Kingdom 15 Wikipedia from, because that just happened. No, that was 2020. Oh, no, this is 2020. What the fuck is going on? Okay, well, whatever. Let's see who the champions are. Takahashi is the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. Gorillas of Destiny Tag Team. Kenta. Oh, Kenta. Help me out here. What was Kenta's name in WWE NXT?
Kenta, WWE. He wasn't part of Kai and Tai, no.
Kenta. No. This is Homeboy recently. Hideo Itami.
Hideo Itami. Okay.
Yeah, Hideo Itami. His original name was Kenta, and he switched it to Hideo Itami when he went to NXT. Kenta defeated Satoshi Kojima for the United States Championship. The IWGP United States Championship Challenge Right Certificate. So I guess that's their money in the bank for the United States Championship. That's weird. And Kota Ibushi beat Tetsuya Naito for the IWGP Heavyweight and IWGP Intercontinental Championship. So they had a double title match, and Kota Ibushi won. Good for Kota. Gotta love Kota Ibushi. Oh, and Kazuchika Okada beat Will Ospreay, because of course he did.
Some things are a given. That was for what brand?
That was New Japan. That was Wrestle Kingdom.
Wrestle Kingdom. Oh, the one oh man, that happened already?
Yeah, that was January 4th and 5th of this year. Oh, actually, sorry, and that was just night 1. Let me see if there's anything good on the second one. No. It seems like they put all the cool shit on the... Oh, okay, well, Kota Ibushi had to defend his IWGP Heavyweight and Intercontinental titles the next night against Jay White. And he did. He beat Jay White in a 48-minute match. Jesus Christ.
Wow. That is insane.
That's intense. They didn't have a... it looks like it's almost entirely Japanese wrestlers because probably, I'm assuming because of lockdown and travel restrictions.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy. They always put on a hell of a goddamn show.
Well, WrestleMania is gonna be 2 nights this year, and it seems like it's a similar.
Yeah, that's where they got the idea from. That's where WWE got the idea from, was that Wrestle Kingdom has been 2 nights for the last few years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think WrestleMania is probably going to be crazy this year. From what I've heard, they're actually taking their booking of it legitimately seriously months in advance this time, which is a nice twitch.
Yeah. It is. It is.
I always forget about the referee from New Japan, Red Shoes.
Who?
One of the referees in New Japan, he's been there forever. His name, like what they refer to him as on screen all the time, is Red Shoes, because he wears red shoes.
Oh. You know what? Me and Jenny were talking about it the other day. Whatever happened to Blue Pants?
Oh, I don't know.
She just disappeared.
Yeah, I have no idea.
But you know who I'm talking about, though?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Oh,
I can't remember real name, but I absolutely remember.
Okay. All right. I think we covered all bases.
Yeah. I mean, the only other thing I'll say is I guess they've kind of had a Bullet Club reunion where Kenny Omega is the AEW World Champion right now and has gone full heel, and backed up by the Good Brothers, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, who are the Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions. They're, again, a cross-brand stable.
A cross-brand stable.
Yep.
So AEW and TNA?
Yes.
Are uniting?
Wrestling. Well, they have a like a cooperation deal, the same way that like Impact would have people over in New Japan and.
Okay. Yeah. Get ready for the next. Get ready. Give it 2 years. Get ready for the next WWE versus.
Yeah, it would be very interesting to see WWE play well with others.
If WWE was smart, they would start. They'd make it look like they weren't, but they would.
That's what you do. You do invasion angles.
Yeah, definitely. Like you have NXT invade AEW, and then NXT might get a little bit of a thumping, so they call their big brothers in.
Yeah, Triple H just shows up on AEW. It beats the shit out of the Young Bucks, crotch chops over them, and then fucking declares war with all of the NXT roster behind him.
This time they opened the stage door.
Yeah, exactly. Open the goddamn door.
Open the goddamn door. That's what's up. All right, we crushed that in an hour and 15 minutes, and we really only talked about wrestling for about 45 of it.
Yeah, straight up.
Oh, man. If you listen this long, you know you're not talking. You're listening to Tough Talks with Thili and Dablock, even though I'm talking over my tongue here. Okay, so I have a couple of announcements to make. Because I have a production studio, and now it has evolved into a broadcast studio. We have a show happening on Saturdays in the evening after the Terrell Effect. It's called The Savage Circle. It features Amanda Shills, TJ Palmer, and Jason Butt, and yours truly. And we basically go in on whatever topics seem to be prevalent for that week. So tune in on Facebook, on The Savage Circle, or Exposed to North, or The Boneyard, or Sofa City Sounds. There's too many places that were available for you not to see what we're doing. Also, your boy has been busy in the studio because not only is the Culture Shock magazine in the works right now, about to be finalized, have the layout finalized and everything, but I have a track that's about to drop on the 24th and a video that's about to drop on the 23rd. So, you know, outside of, you know what I mean, all that other shit, that's just what I've been doing. You know what I mean? Trying to stay afloat.
Yep.
So, you know, that's just where we're at. That's just where we're at. So, you know what I mean? Check out www.sharetheshock.ca. That's our new website. Sharetheshock.ca. It features affiliates on the page, like Choom Gang.
All day.
As well as we got like Big Joe on the list. We got Jube Electron there. You know what I mean? Zach Burry's on the list. Johnny Armani, the ambassador for Culture Shock. So check out the site, peruse it, you know what I mean? Surf it, see what you can find. Let me know what you think we should add by checking out our contact form and dropping me a line. Sharetheshock.ca. Check it out. Boom. I think I'm done.
Boom. I was waiting I was gonna throw it in, but then I was like, well, I don't know if he's got another one coming.
I think that's it. I think that was it because we got, okay, so now we're at 5. We got Tough Talks, which is the one you're hearing right now. We got Candid Conversations. We got the Terrell Effect, Daddy-Daughter Time, as well as the Savage Circle. So, yeah, we back up to 5 podcasts. And 4 of those 5 podcasts are syndicated on like 7 to 9 channels. Swaggy. So that's what's up.
I will also say, I just got in the mail yesterday, I believe, the adapter so that my camera can now hook up to the PS4, which means if we want to do the streaming team that we've been talking about through gaming, doing some gaming videos and stuff, we now both are set up with cameras on the PS5.
Okay, so you're saying I should buy WWE 2K20?
Yeah.
All right,
I can't say the words in good conscience because it is a buggy game, but it would be fun.
Okay, all right. Well, hey, I'll try it out.
If not, because we can also both we can look at that WWE 2K Battlegrounds game that came out, which looks a lot more arcadey and fun.
You think I should get Battlegrounds instead of 2K?
That's the one I would say is probably. I think it's got better reviews. I would just check out the reviews, see what people say, because, like I said, it's the most recent edition of the 2K insert year number here franchise for WWE have been pretty not awesome.
Oh.
Yeah, like lots of glitches, lots of bugs, lots of irritating things that don't work the way they're supposed to. They switched to a new studio who was making the last two, and they apparently did not quite learn everything they needed to before taking on the franchise.
Oh, okay. Well, you were right about waiting for the 5, so I'm going to take your word about this. Ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing wrong with there's nothing wrong with taking advice from someone who knows more about things than you're willing to admit. Oh man. So yeah, that's what it is.
Well, that's just coming from a guy who paid for every one of the last 3 or 4 WWE games and has not necessarily been super pleased with the decision.
All right. Yeah, so Battlegrounds, that's already released, right?
Yep, it's out.
Okay, so I'm going to need you to walk me through how to connect and all that business, because, I haven't, as much as I finished Spider-Man, well, not even, I finished Spider-Man Remastered.
Mm-hmm.
I finished the first 2 DLCs. I'm working on the second 2. I'm on Turf Wars right now. I think I have 77% done, maybe 84.
Yep. Nice.
And then I'm going to finish the Silver Lining because I'm finding that the DLC has content relative to the Miles Morales that I wouldn't have known if I didn't play it.
Yep. Yeah, buddy. That's what I was telling you before, man. It is all very connected, and I'm glad you decided to play the 2016 Spider-Man before jumping into the 2020 Morales one, because that Miles Morales game is fantastic, but it does pay off much better if you know everything going into it.
Yeah, so, man, so I'm going to look at Battlegrounds, and then, I'll look at Battlegrounds still and see what it is, and then if I don't get it this week, I'll get it next week. Are you good for a prediction episode? Because I'd like to defend this title.
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
We'd definitely be doing a prediction episode. I gotta take a look, and once we have the full card and once SmackDown ends on Friday night, I'll get my goddamn predictions ready because I'm gonna whoop some ass this time.
Yeah, man, this is dope. And the thing is, oh man, Chuck, we gonna end this podcast before we talk these people's ear off, but I gotta talk to you for a minute before we go. All right, that being said, this has been Tough Talks with Thili and Dablock. Your boy Thili's on the line. The Blockhead Studio. It is what it is. Okay, how do I end this? I end this the way I usually end it. It is what it is, and it is what it's gonna be. You know where to look for the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, Marks.
All right. Where's the mouse?
Also, I was gonna do all the big thing, but yeah, I just wanted to call people Marks. I haven't done that in a while.
All right. Peace. Oh man.